using artificial intelligence is an opportunity for us to rethink the way we've been trying to solve the problems of inequality. So for the longest time, we've had this imbalance between nations, between communities. But using AI as a foundation and using the data that we have, I feel like we can recreate solutions that are more effective and solutions that have a broader scope, that can reach more people in cheaper ways and in more efficient ways. In terms of the future of work and the promise of artificial intelligence disrupting the workplace and taking over our jobs, I think that is largely because there's been a lot of focus on automation. But focusing on innovation and trying to create ways that allow us as humans to work together with the machines then means that we can continue to collaborate with the tools that we create, just as we have in the past. Yeah. To be able to create concrete AI systems, you need data, you need algorithms, and you also need research, right? So the biggest challenge might be in terms of data collection. So people who, for example, do not have mobile devices and you can't probably collect their data and that kind of thing. So that is a challenge. But the other challenge is that it's also costly to do research in AI, and that can be solved by working together with governments, working together with industry to fund research that then propels, creating algorithms that can be used to help with inequality. Currently, privacy is a huge concern because we haven't thought about what the effect is of having all this data out there owned by private companies. So the issue of privacy is going to continue to be a great concern for many people, but I still feel like we have the opportunity to correct the course and to think about our privacy in many interesting ways. For example, with the work that we do, we are able to anonymize data, we are able to use just small subsets of data to replicate what the data will represent in larger populations. So I still feel like we should be able to work with artificial intelligence without interfering with privacy, with people's privacy and with people's personal data. But the people working in AI need to make a decision or be informed about the effects or the effects of misusing people's personal information. I think that information needs to be clear. It's also important that people working in the space are held accountable for their work that they do. So this is organizations as well as individuals. If I create a system for my company that becomes a problem 2 years down the line, I should be able to be held accountable for that. Yeah. I always think of artificial intelligence as a tool or as a way for us to get to the next step, right? To accelerate our efforts so far as humanity to the next step. What is the next phase of humanity? And if we think about it, I just see opportunities. I know there are risks, but there are also many, many opportunities that allow us to think of the future in a broader and more interesting way. So I'm very optimistic about the future. Yeah.